Alright, this is WhyBeAre with Revelations 2012. I'm going to go ahead and start a single player game. And I'm going to talk about this game because I think I'm going to put the difficulty on easy because the AI is still not great. You get 4 character choices. I'm going to choose the one that looks angry. Yeah, they all look angry. But this game, when it came out, it was pretty much everywhere panned it. Like, it was just everything saying the worst game ever. Like, I see, like, Destructoid gave it a 1 out of 10. GameSpot, 1.5 out of 10. And, it's not that bad, honestly. Like, everybody just went way too fucking hard on this game. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great game, but, well, intro.
On December 21st, 2012, the gods will return during the Dark Galactic Alignment. It is foretold that 4 warriors will rise up to defeat evil and free mankind from enslavement. You have been brought here to fulfill that prophecy. I am the High Priest of EP001, sent here to advise you. The armor you now possess has been given to you by EP001, the Protector. It has the power to destroy gods and to capture their crystal essence. Collect the souls of your vanquished enemies to charge the crystals in your armor. You will find weapons scattered along your path that are worshipped as idols. Be careful, as these godly trinkets are protected by warriors and demons. Your primary objective is to search and obtain these crystal skulls. Collection of these crystal skulls will unlock areas to advance your quest and summon the gods. Go now and fulfill your destiny.
Now these guys will talk.
Kelly? What just happened? And where are we?
I might have an answer to your question. It's only a guess though, but I believe we somehow traveled into another dimension through the porthole that the monsters came through to Chichen Itza.
How do you know this? And who are you?
Well, my name is Corey. I'm a historian, and what I said was just a guess.
Oh, my head hurts.
My guy's the very educated guy. All he can say is my head hurts. So over here we got some pickups we're going to go ahead and grab. Anyways, this game, everybody hated it, and it got a lot worse rep than it should have. Like, I'm playing a patched up version. Like, that's one of the things. This game didn't sell too well, I don't think. But the developers are still patching it. It's November, and just a few days ago, there was a patch for the game. Like, just a few days ago, they patched it. How can you not appreciate at least the fact that they're doing that? And the patch addresses, like, big issues people had, it seems. Like, it's like one of those things. The developers were really fucking putting that effort in. And just nobody appreciated it. Everybody's saying shit about it, but they still kept going at it, and they're still putting patches out and making it better. I mean, that's one of those things. You gotta want that in your developers. It's not often you find developers that do that. Here's a group of, like, only 4 people who do that. But then everybody just gives them shit just because their game's not, you know, not the greatest.
Intruders, traps and challenges have been constructed. You must avoid these traps and pass the challenges to move ahead on your journey. Keep a lookout for any hints along the way.
It's just, it's just such a terrible thing to have. Like, everybody's saying it's terrible, and they put in all the work, and they try. It's just, I feel so bad for them. Alright, so here's something else that's funny. One thing that stuck out to me after we kill all of these people, there's a ton of them. God damn. Anyways, the GameSpot reviewer says, like, there's no way to avoid the arrows. I don't think these were patched as far as I know, but I'm avoiding them just fine. GameSpot reviewer don't know how to crouch. I don't know. There was the patch really did address a lot of issues people had. Like, the gun models were totally redone, I think. Yeah, it was gun models in one of the patches, I don't know which. I think it might have just been this latest one even, but gun models were totally redone. It had like this awkward like arm sling you had on your arm. And it kind of just looked awkward the way everybody held it, and the developers kind of knew that, so they're like, alright, you know, we'll just make it a gun. And they hold the gun perfectly fine animation-wise. It looks perfectly fine. You know, but it's like they listen, they put that effort in. People don't appreciate, I mean, I'm hoping people appreciate the patch at least. I'm doing this because I genuinely don't think people will appreciate the fact that these developers are still putting in work and trying to make this game as good as it can. So I figure I'm going to have to be the one who says, you know what? You guys give this game way too much shit. Like, everybody gives this game way too much shit. It's not that bad. And the patch helps, too. I'm not saying it was this good when it first came out. The patch definitely adds improvements. It was worse when it first came out. I will say that. But patch helps. You gotta appreciate that, and I don't know how many people are actually gonna go into the fact that it was patched. So again, I figure that might as well be me. Alright, this is on easy, so this guy's not too tough. Good. Normally it was actually kind of a fight. Yeah, this isn't quite... There needs to be a little bit of in between easy and normal, I think. And normal, all of my teammates were just getting their ass handed to them and stuff. So they kind of need to get a little bit of a middle ground there, but that's
better.
It's alright. One thing that was patched, teammates do pick up health and such now, as you just saw. I don't know when that was. Again, it might have just been this latest patch, but before they wouldn't, now they do.
You must defeat the servants of Ik. They will stop at nothing to sacrifice you to their god. Keep your distance from these warriors, as they are deadly close-range combat. Powered by the flying serpent, priestesses have the knowledge of poison. At a distance, they can cast a deadly ball of venom. Be careful to avoid their toxic fury.
Alright, so that was kind of hard to hear him because the people were coming. That fence. That fence is fucked. Shit. Alright, shit. The level's broken. Let's see this. Alright. Let's just fucking no-clip it. So yeah, this is a genuine glitch happening here. That, like, I've played this level before. That fence should... Oh, there it goes. I was just gonna no-clip through it. And it was supposed to actually hold those people from coming out while he was talking. Just a glitch, you know. Shit happens. A lot of the levels were redesigned. Like the first level, this is totally different than what it used to be. So, you know, shit happens. There's always a chance that they'll fix it, but it's not that big of a glitch in the big list of glitches they probably have to deal with.
These crystal skulls can be used to communicate to their god from their highest priests. When all of the skulls are brought together, they have the power to summon the god into physical form. Go now and retrieve the last skull in this area.
So we'll get that first skull. And then they have the same kind of thing as Left 4 Dead. This thing is basically a reskin Left 4 Dead, I will say that, in terms of the gameplay. It's not as good though. I mean, again, you gotta consider the developer team and such, and the price point reflects that at least. When it first came out, for a very short amount of time, it was 20 bucks. Now, it's no sale or anything, it's 10 bucks. You know? Yeah, there was even reviewers like, oh, 10 bucks is too much for this game. Excuse me. But I've paid 10 bucks for far stupider things. Like, let's see, my Sega CD, that was 30. But that came with some games, but yeah, those games are a lot worse, and I paid 30 for those things. So comparatively, you know, you could find worse things to blow your money on. At least if you're me. But there's a lot worse things you can spend your money on. It's a decently competent game. You know, far from great, but competent enough to play and enjoy, I would say. Like, those 1.5 reviews, those are far, far too harsh. Like, honest to God, it's a game, you can play it, yeah, there's glitches, but none of the glitches break the game. That's at least a 3 if you ask me. Anything below 3, like 2 and such, those should be reserved for games that have game-breaking bugs where you can't play them and stuff. But on the parts of this game that I have played, there have been no kind of game-breaking bugs of sorts. So I don't see why it deserves such low scores. I mean, like a 1 out of 10. That's the same kind of score, you know, that the worst game could possibly get, basically, to GameSpot. To GameSpot, this is as bad as the game can get. I say it's a decent enough game, though. I mean, just... It's not a AAA shooter. It's an indie shooter. You know, indie games, 90% of the time, they're 2D. Because it's a lot easier to do that kind of thing when on a lower budget. 3D is hard to do on a budget. But these guys at least try. And, yeah, it doesn't look that great. I will say that. But people will say, oh, it looks like shit. Really? Like, it doesn't fucking look that bad. The foliage, there's a good variety of different types of trees and shit. You know, there's different colors to it. Yeah, it's a little messy. But come on, like, God. There's just some complaints people had. And so many of them are just such minor things or almost invalid now that it's been patched in some cases. One thing I will say, the fall damage is overreactive. Just watch this. Actually, fucking jumping off a roof, not that bad, but the small falls are what get you. Like, if you there are places where you'll fall a small height and it will fuck you up a bit, but... Alright.
You have found the last skull in this area.
Watch out.
Be careful as you progress this way. The gods have powerful witches and demons in their control. Ishtab's most loyal female servants are known as vixens. They have been bestowed the power to summon and control demonoids. You must be quick to destroy her star, or you will be overrun by demonoids from the underworld.
Okay. So one thing I just thought about I haven't been paying enough attention to is since a lot of the stuff was reworked from that handgun, like literal gun that's your hand, I just thought about it. I wonder how much of a difference it made in terms of the scripting, because I know there was like the jewels would change your hand and such, and now I'm like, I can't remember if that kind of thing was said in the first, like before, like if they changed that basically. Like I can't remember if they said that in this intro or if it was before it was patched when I played it. So that's just one of those small things I should just thought about. Alright, so we're going in here, and there's this person that's... You can't kill him. Exactly. But... if these enemies... Okay. I got downed. That's not good. This is easy too, shit. Those guys spawn stuff though, and they're fucking us up with that. You gotta break those skull things. Fuck!
I'm down. Hey, I can use some help over here.
They don't have their hands glowing, so it deceived me of what enemy they are, but they're basically... Right now, they're unkillable. What you have to do to kill them is break those goddamn skull things. There. So yeah, they got special infected. And they'll fuck you up good. I just need to pick up a heart bad. Oh god, the teammates are taking them all. Break a pot. Alright. Alright, so now I'll be okay for being downed. Yeah, the AI is still not that great, but it's, you know, straight up taken from Left 4 Dead, so it's not that bad either, you know?
Okay.
Because this is Source Engine, and I'm pretty sure it's just straight up, like they, you know, take a lot of resources and such when they can. Let's see. Oh, I remember now. For here, we gotta find where to go. Again, like, really? The game's ugly? I mean, this shit doesn't look that bad. I will say that picking everything up is weird, though. Like, if you see anything, it's a complaint you've heard before in anybody else's video, but, well, I don't know, but like these, you can't, you have to actually hit use on them. Yeah, that's a genuine thing that's kind of weird. Anyways, I'm trying to find, I think I was, oh, I know what I did. I got disoriented. The area I'm trying to find is over here. There's a path for this, I'm just taking a shortcut. What this does is when you go here, it tells you something, and I just want to show you. Move the noses of the check to find the key. That got me. I was like, what does that even fucking mean? But it actually just means shoot these things. That's it. So that's just something, you know, your job is just to shoot all these things. I think when you hear the, oh god, I got downed by that. Oops. I got crushed by that.
Thanks, I owe you.
Yeah, that was bad on my part.
Better now.
I mean, I say it like, you know, that's my fault, but it kind of shouldn't happen, but that's the third time that I've done that to myself. That's why I said that shouldn't have happened. You'd think I'd learn. See, I think when you hear the noise is when you actually find the key, but I just broke them all just in case. So let's go ahead and activate Yep, there we go.
Once you have collected all of the crystal skulls in any given area, stand on this portal pad to continue onto your next quest.
Alright, so then you just... AI kinda... I don't know. There we go. I didn't get basically a copy of Left 4 Dead style things. Yeah, you see my Steam name. I don't care. You know, I don't care. I don't care. But I like this game. I mean, like, it's just, I feel so bad that it got such terrible reviews. I think... Yeah, I'm gonna return to the menu. And, well, let's see if he says it. Well, we could do that next time. Because you could just go ahead and... If you're playing single player, you could just choose, I want to do the next chapter. So we'll do that next time. Till then, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.